So since I already did my skincare, I'm gonna redo my lip mask, but I'm gonna redo it with the Mario Badescu lip mask. Okay, to prep my eyes, I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie. It's Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And then I was watching a Jordan Lipscomb tutorial, and she said the reason why your brows don't stick is because you do your, basically you like get them wet. So I left my brows alone. My skin already absorbed the moisturizer. Now I'm just going in with the Thick It Stick It, and I am just going to brush up. Next, I'm going to be going with the AOA Studio concealer in the color Buff, and I've actually used a lot of this. You can tell that it's like a little more than halfway gone. I'm going to take a flat shader brush and just carve out and clean up my brows. I know this. So for a new product is Keeping Your Cool by P. Louise. It says it's a primer and moisturizer. So I'm gonna put, looks like it's like a little silicone base. I'm not gonna put a lot. This smells just like that Mario Badescu lip stuff. Like I could tell there's like mango and like tropical, and it's a pretty strong smell. If y'all don't like smells, you're probably not gonna like it. And it does feel cooling, so that's cool. And it feels like silicone based, which I personally like. Okay, now I'm going to be taking my Pure Block Waterproof Sun Cream 50 plus, and it's just the SPF. I'm going to put a little bit of this just on. Okay, next I'm going to be taking my Garnier Active BB Cream, and I'm going to be putting this as a foundation like all over my face, and I'm going to be using this It Cosmetics like little foundation brush. She Glam Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour in Soft Tan, and I'm gonna put this on all the places that I'm trying to like contour. Now when doing my cheek, I go slightly above where my like natural is, just because I know that when I blend it out it's gonna blend down, and I don't want to like bring my face down. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this flat, it's like an eyeshadow, yeah it is, e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, but it's just a little, looks like a trimmed concealer brush, to be honest. And I'm just gonna have it sideways to do my temples, and then I'm gonna hold it like this to blend out the nose contour, because I still want to keep like that line. I just don't want that line to be harsh. And then I'm gonna turn the brush like this to do the nose, and then I'm going to do it sideways again to do the sides. Fix my little crooked nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and buff the cheeks again with the fat side. See how whenever I blended it, it just like went down to that like divot anyways. Okay, next for blush, I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place in Blush Lily. I love that it's so big and has so much product because it's so pigmented. You literally only need like a dot. And I'm going to blend this in. You see how much? Next for concealer, I'm going to be using the Double Wear Stay in Place Estee Lauder foundation and a flat brush like this. And I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes because that's like my biggest problem areas is dark circles. And then I'm also gonna take it on my nose a little bit, like a little bit on the sides, and then down the center like that. And then if I have any spots, which I don't really right now, I'll usually like cover this area, but I usually try and keep it like in the center of my face so it looks like I have more makeup on than I actually do. It's an illusion. On my chin, and I'm going to take a damp sponge and just press that product in to blend it. And then I'm just gonna, again, I'm really keeping this on the center of my face. I don't want to move it too much so it can keep that illusion, like I said, that I'm like wearing more makeup than I am. Because it looks like if I have a full face on, and I don't. It's great. Next, I'm gonna go in with Peach Perfect by Too Faced. They discontinued this, but it's basically just like a loose setting powder, and I'm just gonna go over my face with it. Okay, so once I have set all of my face, I'm gonna take whatever powder is left, and I'm gonna take this Real Techniques brush. It doesn't even have the name on it, I've had it for so long. And I'm just gonna go over all the areas that I know give me problems and just like add more powder and like really blend that. So like for me, it's my eyelids and like around my eyes. So I basically just pick up a little more powder, tap it, and then I'll add it to like my eyes, my T-zone. And again, I'm putting little like circles on it like this just to kind of like blend the powder really, really into the skin, because I know that it's not gonna move anything because it was already set with that powder puff. So it's okay to like swirl it. Now you're not gonna do it like super hard. You wanna put like pressure, like if you're lightly tapping your pen or pencil, like that's how much pressure you wanna be doing this with. Like don't like, obviously if you're cutting or opening a box, that's a different type of pressure. Don't do that. Next, I'm gonna take this She Glam Trio Hero Face Palette, and I'm gonna go in with this Eco Tools brush. Okay, so I'm gonna take these two colors and I'm literally just like dipping them and then rubbing these like on my temple. And then I'm gonna do the same just in the both, and then on my cheeks, just to like warm it up, you know? And then if you feel like you added a little bit too much, like I feel like I added a little too much there, I'm just gonna go back in with that powder brush and just like, with whatever's left, like blend it. Cause see, now it's like perfect. Anyways, it's just gonna be like this. And I'm gonna go right in between these two colors again. And I'm gonna do my nose. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna keep it like this angled, because I really want to keep this straight and then blend it more down. And then the same with this one. I'm gonna keep it the same angle. And then I'm gonna do the nose like this and then like this to kind of create that same like little, I don't know, button nose, I guess. And then I'm gonna do this on top to really like emphasize that. Now I know it looks like super dark right now, but as I said, I'm gonna take that powder brush and I'm gonna blend it. And since it's already set, again, I'm not gonna put that much pressure, but it'll blend it without like moving too much of the product. See? Blush set from Makeup Revolution. This is 12 bucks. So for what I was doing for like, cause this I think was like 20 and the kilowatts like 50. This is like $80. This is 11 bucks and it gives like that same effect, that like multi-dimensional, really pretty blush moment. So I'm gonna go in with a blush brush from MAC. Again, I'm just gonna pick it up like this with my brush. And again, just super lightly going in to like, I have a really round face, so I try and keep like my blush placement here. I don't want to put it in that apple area because I feel like it'll make my face look more round, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So this is very warm. I like this color. As you can see, it's like the blush and then there's like glitter in it. So you just get this really like multi-dimensional blush moment. It's really pretty. I'm gonna put some on my nose because I like Put it on the nose. You can see it a little better on the nose. See how it's like, I keep saying multi-dimensional, but that's exactly what it is. Like it has like a pearlescent finish to it. So I have like all this matte, and then like pops of like shimmer, but it's like placed on purpose. You know what I mean? Okay, so more new stuff. This is a Professional Kiss New York. They usually make like fake lashes, glue for the eyelashes, fake nails, stuff like that. Well, now they have eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Make Me Nude, and I am going to be taking this Bear color, this Love Bite, and then a little bit of this Top Secret, and do a little eye look. So I want the Bear color, which is like that nude. I'm gonna put it right underneath my brows, just so I can have like kind of like a base. And it's okay that this one has fallout, just because it's basically like the same color as my skin, so it having fallout like doesn't matter. I did Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's basically like a tapered eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take that Love Bite color, which is like this buck kind of color. I'm going to pick that up, but I'm going to tap off the excess so I don't get fallout, and I'm just going to do it on this like upper lid part, this like crease. Okay, so I did add some of that Love Bite in like this little triangle area and buff it out. And I'm also gonna add it to like the bottom of the eye and connect it upwards like this. And where I had that fallout before, I'm just gonna take that powder brush and just... Next, I'm gonna take that Top Secret color, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna use it on this outer V just to really like deepen it up and blend it. I might like add a little bit to that like corner right here, but it's mainly to like blend out this V. I'm not gonna take it all the way in or anything, because I want this to still be like a pretty light look. I don't want it too dark and smoky. Liking it. This one is literally just like crushed up gold, so that's the one I'm going to be using today, but there's all sorts of other like pressed glitters in there, and they're really pretty. So this one, like I said, it's like pressed gold, and I'm just going to put that on the eyelid, and I'm just going into there with my finger. Nothing crazy. Oldie but a goodie is a Jumbo NYX Professional Makeup. This one is the eye pencil in Frappe, and it's like a really pretty brown color. I'm just gonna put this, I'm taking that powder brush to touch my eye because I don't want to move anything, and I'm just putting it on this like outside area, bringing it up, and then just taking it on the top like that. So I'm just creating like a little wing with it. And it doesn't have to be exact or anything like that, because I'm gonna go back with the shadow and redefine it. So I normally do this with a different eyeshadow, but for this time I'm gonna use this new palette, and I'm gonna use this color Hard, which is like a chocolate, cool tone chocolate. I'm just gonna take that on this little like short shader brush, and I'm just gonna tap and blend on top of that Frappe color. Again, just like setting it in place and smoking it out, and then putting it like where the lid is a little bit, but I'm not taking it again past that halfway point. I'm literally only trying to keep it in this like little area right here. All right, so another oldie but goodie is this Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray. I'm gonna spray this all over my face just to get a really like wet, melt all these powders together. And yeah, so I spray a lot of this on because I put on a lot of powder, and I really want it to like absorb any dryness and just like really blend everything in there. I didn't even count how many sprays I did, but this is how wet I get the face and the eyeshadows and everything. And then I just let that sit, do its little thing. Okay, now once that has set, I'm gonna apply my lipstick. This is a new liquid lipstick that I picked up. It's Essence 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipstick. It says it's comfortable and waterproof, which I actually can attest to. It feels thin. And those that wear like liquid lipsticks know what I mean when I say thin, because sometimes you'll put them on and it's like a thick lipstick texture, and then you feel that like mask all day. This one is a lot thinner and it moves with you. Next, I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara. So I just use like a regular eyelash curler. And then the mascara I've been using is the Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara. I like this formula, but the exact same, less expensive one is CoverGirl Lash Blast, just the OG orange waterproof one. Same formula. I'm only gonna use half lashes. So these don't come in a half lash. These are just some cheap Shein, like wispy ones that I've cut in half. This is the outer edge of that lash, and this is the inner corner of that lash. So I like to use the inner corner on my outer corners for like a more natural look, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So okay, now that it has dried, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Professional Lift and Snatch in Espresso. And this has a really thin, like brush-like applicator. I don't know if you can see it. It's tiny. So I'm just gonna press this on my eyelid, and I'm just filling in where my lashes start. So it's like right here. I'm not gonna take it all the way where I smoked out that liner. I'm just gonna go on top of where the lashes. All right, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. It's very matte, very like simple.